Okay, yeah, these are pretty much how these barrels come. Clean, ready to go. Good looking barrels. Barmen, blue run. First thing you gotta do is peel off these tablets. Sometimes they got sawdust stuck to them. Visual inspections. I like to shake it around. Listen for any dirt in a dry barrel. Here, stuff will fall out. Most of the stuff you can shake out. Sometimes look in the hole and see if there's any shavings. They're pretty good barrels. Pretty clean, pretty clean. Blow through there with some air. That'll sometimes get some of them loose shavings that are in there. That one's pretty good. This one. I like it when they put the tape on here because the tape holds a lot of that stuff on there as well. Shake those barrels. You'll see stuff falls out. Just keep shaking it. You can hear stuff in there. Again, visual inspection. Spouts look good. Still stuff in there. Just gonna judge where the bottom of this hole is, and so shake it down. As stuff moves around, I can still hear something in there. A little something in there. It's best to do this when the barrels are completely dry. Otherwise, the stuff sticks in there. It's a goal of mine to try to get everything out. And if you can't, so you get most of it. It'll bug you though. Each of the pockets with the 4 spouts and some directions in them. Set these off to the side. Make sure your bucket's got a good rinse on it. Good clean water. Sometimes I just underwater, you put this in here and just kind of start filling this barrel up a little bit. Initially, I just get a little bit of water in it. Unplug, you see it's still there. Again, a little bit of water in here. And I just kind of hold them. Give them a good shake in. Just let it drain. Drain. This comes off. Do this a couple of times. I submerge the entire barrel. I think it's important to get both sides of the barrels wet. If you don't, So this is just a push. Remember, this was the one that had a little bit of dirt in it. sit in here. I'll take these and drop them into this bucket. And just kind of go ahead and submerge them all the way in. Let the bucket fill up. Let the bucket fill up. I should push this down once the barrel is full inside the bucket here. Push this down on top of it, and helps push water out the side of the bung. We push the water through the, build up pressure in there, so if there is any splinters in there, they will start to come out. Okay. And this is going to drain a little bit to the lowest level here. That's all right. Let this drain. Okay, I'm going to go to bucket number 2. Barrel number 2. Same type of thing, pushing it into the spout hole. Let the barrels be completely full underwater like this. Once it's full, start forcing water through the spout, out the bung. I put my finger in front of the bung there to kind of create some force and to help everything get out. Okay, I'll let this drain for a sec. Okay. Run barrel. Remember, I had to let it sit like this. It really gets wet on the bottom, but we don't really get a little wet on the top. So it's nice to just keep submerging them for a second. And submerged. I can see a splitter. Sometimes when they drill the holes, they don't get all the wood. You can see it. I don't know if you can see it in there, but there's a little splinter with these little forceps. Just try to grab it and pull it out. It just helps get a better seal. It's not that big of a deal. Barman barrel. These are nice barrels from Redhead. Once again, we'll just let this thing kind of fill. I'll let them sit under there for a second. Okay. And this time take these pour spouts. 2 of them pour spouts. Make sure they're in good operation here. Open. Closed. Open. I just drop them in the water just for a second. Drop them in the water for just a minute. If they're in here too long, they'll soften up the glue. The glue right here that's on this. Get yourself a nice lightweight hammer. Light up your spout. And give it a good couple taps in there. Light up your spout. good couple taps in there. And then I go back to the barrels with them. Put them back into the bucket here. And then I'll suck the air out through the pour spout. Right now the pour spout is completely, all the air is escaping out of the pour spout. Okay, it's all completely out. Do a little shake. Go ahead and turn the pour spout so it's closed. Bring it out. Set it. Again, dropping it into the pour spout. Pour spout is completely bubbling. Make sure you got plenty of water in there to cover it up. Okay, it's full. Go and close it. Set it up. And then you just kind of close off your buns. Just kind of put them in there and rotate them in there. Put them in there and give them a good little rotation. And then, if they're still wet, that's fine. Get a little hose off. And you're done. Simple, easy.